of Results Matter Dental Marketing, and I'm also a Grant Cardone licensee, 10X certified marketer, and I am, this is number one, first time doing a live stream for our Marketing Mondays. And today we're going to talk about the number one key to marketing success for your business. So we're going to get started here in just a second, and want to let before we jump into what that number one key is. First off, just wanted to, let you know who I am, right? You may never have met me before or kind of seen me in passing, but just so you know, I actually have been doing marketing for the last 10 years. And I've been a successful marketer, marketing director for several multi-million-dollar dental practices over the last 10 years. And now I'm expanding and wanting to help other businesses because, I mean, to be perfectly honest, if I can get someone to come into a dental or into a dentist, nobody wants to go to the dentist. But if I can get somebody to come into the dentist, then you know what? I think I know my stuff when it comes to marketing. It takes a whole bunch of marketing to be able to inspire somebody to go to a specific dentist. And so that's what I've done over the last 10 years. And so I wanted to, instill some of the things that I've used in the last decade to help dental practices. Of course, anything that I talk to you about, it definitely is something that can be applied to any business. I don't care what business you are. I don't care if you're a medical practice, a dental practice, landscaper, electrician, plumber. I don't care what it is. These things you can do, and apply to your business, and it will help it grow. And no doubt, So, and then being a 10X certified marketer, Grant Cardone, if you know anything about Grant Cardone, he is, Forbes actually, over the last few years has deemed him as like one of the top key social media influencers. And so, I mean, I've done my own experience over the last 10 years, and then on top of what other learnings and teachings and things that I've done working with Grant, I mean, it's truly amazing what can happen. So let's get into and talk about the key, right? The number one key to marketing success. All right. Now, before, again, I'll tell you what it is in just 1 minute, but I also want to let you know that I actually looked back at all of the different practices that I've worked with, and I've worked with several over the years. And, there are certain ones that are very, very, very successful. And then there's the other ones that are like, okay. And even though, me doing marketing for them, if they still don't have the type of mindset and they don't have what I'm going to be teaching you here today, if they don't have that as part of, who they are and how they work and their beliefs and what they're willing to do to bring in new patients, well, then, they never get to the pinnacle and to the peak and the success that these other practices that, I've worked with. And the practices I've worked with, I mean, they're $6 million a year practices, and they don't accept any insurance, which means that people pay out of pocket to come to them. $5 million practices, right? And anywhere in that range of practice is truly amazing as to what they've been able to do. So so I looked at all of them, and I'm like, what is it? What are the things, or what's the one thing that each one of these very, very successful dental practices and any business that I looked at, what they have in common? And especially if you look at like Grant Cardone, for example, same thing. He applies it to his own business. And what it is, it's called omnipresence. All right. Omnipresence. So omnipresence. It's omnipresence. Presence. How to spell it? Omnipresence. All right. So omnipresence. Now, actually, I have my little iPad here or I'm going to look up the definition. It's always good to know what the definitions are, right? Of omnipresent. Actually, it's omnipresent. So the definition of omnipresent is widely or constantly encountered, common or widespread, right? Another one is of God present everywhere at the same time. Okay. And those are those, what does it mean? Something, is omnipresent. It's present in all places at all times. All places at all times. Okay. So, well, what does that mean for you and for your business? Okay. To be omnipresent. Well, the thing that I have learned, okay, let's get rid of that. The thing that I've learned that these very successful dental practices and any other business that I've looked at, look at Grant Cardone, for example, right? So there's, the different types of businesses. That's a big extreme, local dental practice, and then somebody who's like online, like Grant is. And the thing that makes them so unique and special is this whole omnipresence. So what does it mean? So number one is knowing who your ideal client, customer, patient is. Okay. So there's your person. Ideal. Okay. There's your ideal. Smiling, happy. All right. Now, how does this omnipresence, what does that mean when it comes to this ideal person? Okay. So number one is knowing where they are, whether it's online or offline. Where do they live, right? Where do they go online? Where do they eat? Where do they shop? Any of those things can work, right? Anything that you can know, and the most things that you can know about your ideal client. Okay. So now it's a matter of omnipresent, right? Is being everywhere, being seen everywhere, all different ways. So there's all different ways that people can, you can find your ideal client, right? So one, you can pick up the phone, right? There's the phone. You can always text them, right? And text them regularly, right? Or pick up the phone and call them. You can send an email, right? An email. There's my attempt at drawing an email, right? An email. You can send a letter, right? Something in the mail. Something can go into the mail, right? You can go. You can go on Facebook, right? You have Instagram. You've got whatever. You got Twitter. Okay. What else can we do, right? What else we can do? You can walk in. You can walk in and see them. Some businesses you can do that, right? You can be seen like everywhere. You can go to Google, right? Oh, sorry. You can go to Google. Oh, Google. You have paid, right? You have paid ads. So you can go on Google pay-per-click or just Google my business, right? So it's really a matter of thinking any social media platform, right? Social media. And the most successful businesses that I know, they do not just one, right? Some get caught in this. Oh, well, there's newspapers. I mean, still, you can go into a newspaper, right? Or a magazine, like a printed type of material. You can have an event, right? You can do an event, right? And bring people into your event, right? So it's a matter of doing all of these things and doing them consistently. And this is the one thing that I found has, been the thing that has not helped, right? The people that I work with, as far as some of the practices, they do one or two, and they do one or two, and they're like, well, why am I not getting any new patients, or why am I not getting new customers? Well, how many of them have you done, and how often do you do them, right? I mean, one of my the very first dental practice that I work with, I mean, they were very good marketers, and this was before like digital marketing became some real big thing. But they were sending newsletters, they were sending emails, they were sending texts, they were constantly having events where they would invite their patients to come in and bring in new patients. So they were just being seen everywhere all the time. And I have again found that the most successful are omnipresent, meaning they're always out there. They're being seen. So the great way that you know this is happening is that when someone calls, a new customer, client, or patient, like calls your office and they say, oh, I'd like to make an appointment or I'd like to buy something, whatever. And your staff says, or you say, oh, I'm just curious, how did you first hear about us? And first thing they say is, oh, well, I got something in the mail, but I have a friend who also like recommended you, right? Or I saw you when I was making a search, but then I saw you on Facebook too, or Instagram. You can see them both on Instagram and Facebook, right? So when people start saying that they've seen you in multiple places, I mean, you could go and do a street fair, right? I know some practices, and some companies that do really well by getting out and being in public. And so it's really a matter of being omnipresent and continually putting your messages out that will attract your ideal customer, patient, client, and doing all of these things. And so you're going to see there's a big correlation between what I'm going to talk about on my Friday sessions when we're talking about follow up, because, retargeting, right? Retargeting. So retargeting online, another real big thing that can be done, and where you again are being seen. So that, for example, if you are in, say in Grant Cardone's world, and you get into his universe, and you click on something, or you download something or whatever, let me tell you, you are his for life. Even if you like get out of it and you say, I don't want any more information, you're going to see him around the internet always, always, always. So this whole omnipresence, it's really about consistently being seen in various places of where your ideal clients are, and even where you think your ideal clients aren't necessarily, just doing something and getting in front of people who may be connected to those people, right? And so again, these are lots of different things that you can be doing. So what I would suggest that you do is you look at this list, right? And you write out how many of these things, write them all out, and then check them off. How many am I actually doing? How many is my business actually doing? That's why I have clients that pay me to look over all of these things and become their virtual marketing director, because they know that they can't keep track of everything. Their staff can't keep track of everything. And they need to have someone in their corner, somebody who knows what they're doing, who's done it before and is continually doing it. And these are the types of things that people pay me to come in and do for them. And I do it actually virtually all over the country. And so, but this is what I want you to do, is to make a list yourself, how all of these, and even more that I might have on this list, and then check off how many are we doing. And then the ones that you're not doing, right? Oh, referral marketing is another one. Referral marketing. I keep forgetting, there's so many. Referral, right? Are you asking for referrals? And are you asking often? And are you giving a piece of content, something, like a card or something to your patient or your customer or client to give to someone else, and that again is just being another way to be omnipresent. Brochures, any flyers, any of those types of things. So make your list, check off which ones you're doing and feeling good about, at least for the moment. Could you be doing them more? How often are you doing them? Right? Because it's not just one email. It's not just one text. It's not just one newsletter. It's not just one anything. It must be consistent, and it must be done over and over and over and over and over and over again, because the majority of people are not going to come into the business, right? That it takes at least 5 to 12 times to touch somebody, right? Once they've learned about your world, and then, and only then you're going to get, that's the majority of people. 80% are the ones that aren't doing anything with you right now. So if you have that many people that are sitting out there just kind of like, waiting for the time when they are ready, right? Because then that message that finally that they heard over and over and over again, that now they're ready to do something about, because you're the only one who's doing it, because your competitors aren't. You want a competitive advantage like immediately, start doing more, start putting out more content, start putting out in different ways and getting into omnipresence. All right. So, with that being said, I appreciate your time for our very first Marketing Mondays. And we're looking forward to every Monday coming back with another tip to help you market your business, your practice, whatever it is. Marketing is it's marketing must be first. It's the first thing before anything else. So that's why we're doing it first thing in the week on Mondays, and we're going to set you up and get you thinking about how can I market better? What can I do more of? What can I do differently? And give you some tips and tricks and strategies that actually work. All right. So with that being said, you know what? Results do matter. And so, again, my name is Wendy Susan Richmond, and I am the founder and CEO of Results Matter and WSR Results Matter, and also Grant Cardone, Cardone licensee, and a 10X certified marketer. All right. So with that being said, enjoy your day. Make it a 10X day. Like I always got to do the 10X sign. And we look forward to talking with you soon. All righty. If you have any questions, please put them below. Put them below. And you can always reach out to me, DM me if you would like to talk more about how I could help when it comes to doing and helping you with your being a virtual marketing director. Okay. All right. Bye-bye.